What's up, y'all? Right now, we're doing, we're just watching Rocket League, Spring Major, LAN, and, right now they're doing PWR, Power, I think, I don't know, versus Liquid. I think it's gonna be Liquid as well. But, yeah. We're gonna watch this while I do some homework off to the side. Here we go.
One win they need. They're going to have to go through Liquid if they want to do it. Torsos has been here, Torsos has done it, but if he is going to make it over to another London crowd day, he has got to put together 2 days of the best Rocket League of his career. But with Team Liquid, they know that Europe is in a bad spot here today, Johnny. They're going to try and figure this out.
Yeah, this is a must win for Liquid. You know, their season probably finishes with this event, but after what happened yesterday, but I think just for their egos, they need this. It's almost a goal early on. Just bounces into the post.
I'm traumatized from kickoffs. After that G2 series, I don't want to see any more kickoffs.
I'm seeing right now, CJ's moving away from the camera. I really want CJ back over at the camera so we can keep shooting back over to him, see how he's feeling about all of this.
He's confident. I mean, Liquid, they didn't play it too badly against Falcons. I think Falcons proved after being phased that they just really were on some ridiculous level yesterday, which they usually are in RLCS with that exact roster. So Liquid started strong against Falcons. I'm expecting them to do the same here, and yeah, I think a quick win against Power.
So, I mean, it wasn't a really high bar set yesterday, but Liquid probably the strongest first round showing for me.
Right now, I see that Liquid have a lot of possession. Right off the bat, look at this. Boom. Right back down to his homie. Demoed, still a win. Liquid is built different at the moment. That's all I gotta say. Other than that, PWR or Power are gonna really have to show something.
Especially whenever they've got the entire region of Europe on their backs.
And you know, that Power roster not able to take a game off phase. You did follow the same scoreline to Falcons that Liquid did, a similar fashion. But so far, they are holding on, and this is a great chance for them to get the ball rolling. In fact, there's a bit of pressure on Oski there. Torsos able to keep the ball alive, but vacating the area. Third man not able to follow up.
We know how quick Liquid can be, a chronic.
Yo, Liquid with the bump, bro. Look at Oski. Dink. God, that's so crucial. So crucial.
There's a lot of mechanics behind the ball, but then outside of it, we saw Oski going for the mid-aerial bump play, and he ended up taking out the goalkeeper, making it that much easier to find the first goal for Team Liquid. And we can expect a lot of physical plays, a lot of damage, at least with mechanics, but the question is, how do Power respond?
And they've got to really go for it here. You don't have a chance against Liquid unless you really fight for that midfield. We saw Falcons able to even out the speed disadvantage they started off the series against Liquid with, and since then they were able to take control. So, you know, it's finding the balance between matching Liquid's speed without pushing yourself to the point where mechanical inconsistencies start to become a real problem.
Power as well, it's very much about just trying to find that balance, because we saw Liquid, once things started to go wrong for them yesterday, they struggled to put it back together. Oski taps it down. What a play! Team Liquid 2.
Oski. We've just been talking about him all game one, and he's going off the ceiling to get the drop down pass to a Chronic, a dynamic duo, just making waves on offense.
That was brilliant play. Loving what I'm seeing in the top left, by the way, these little icons they managed to get inside their names up there. That's great to see. Chronic has been the star, though, as he's indicating.
What a start for Liquid.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They got one of these yesterday as well. They were 4-0 up on Falcons, or maybe I think it was 4-1 in fact, but it's about keeping this level. They did start to show inconsistencies. Double reset attempted by Anto there. Mechanics are never a question as Oski completely dusts his man to the ball. Not having any problems with Power so far.
For Team Liquid, they have been that team for the longest time now where they might just run over you. But if you can get them to slow down, get a loss next to them, they're a team that have struggled to adapt. The big thing here for Power is getting themselves into a position where that is a problem, and this might help. Toss a shot, doesn't need any help. Make sure he finds the target.
And let's see how Liquid are going to handle this one, because that was not ideal. We saw a double commit from 2 of their defenders, and a clean beat by Power call to Express there. It's in. Just don't try and steal that one, man. It's already in. 1-goal game. Power able to find something with a Liquid mistake in defense.
And that's exactly what you were talking about, Johnny, was keeping the consistency. I mean, game 1, the beginning looked great, but of course you start to struggle a bit on defense and things start to get shaky. A double commit, not ideal, and of course not something you want to see. 1 minute and 31 seconds left. Power, they might just have a chance.
They need it as well. They need it for their world's spot. They are fighting for themselves here. If they lose this, they need Pioneers to lose as well later on today. Otherwise, Power will not be going to the World Championship. They'd much rather get it done here, not have to wait for their region to lose as well later on today. Nice little recovery there by Amphis. Looks like he was bumped off the play, but managed to get back onto it with a very smooth move.
1 minute left now. It is up to Power to make something happen. They keep going for those infield passes. Yeah, it looks like Team Liquid have now caught sight of it. They've been dealing with that reasonably well.
Hold on.
Now Express, nothing on that. Oski gets wiped out for his troubles. I like the adaptation there from Power. Realized that despite the fact that the shot didn't have much on it, it also meant that the defender had to stay completely still.
I really love the timing of the demo. They knew they were under pressure, and Team Liquid were going to be stationary. That goalkeeper not even moving, but it's the final 35 seconds. What a re-reg from Torsauce. Get that back into his own team. It looked a little bit scary at first, but I like the possession.
Yeah, you have to just yell back pass there to let everybody know.
A bit risky.
Just as long as you say back pass, it's a back pass. Just 20 seconds left, though. Power have to find a goal. They've got to find it now. That was a big, big chance for them. And Liquid survive for now.
Oski, I'm so impressed that he managed to hold his nerve during that, because he was just stood still for like 3 seconds. That's an eternity in this game. It's off the demo. Torsauce tasked against the toe.
Here we go.
Who does get a hold of it. Torsauce needs to try and find a setup. It's going to be tough. Amphis keeps it up off the backboard. Where's the follow? And toe is too quick. And Team Liquid have got game number 1.
Bit of a scare at the end there. A couple of scares, actually, for Liquid, who started off just as they...
I called that when the Team Liquid came out with the quick, easy dub. That guy, Oski, he's built different. I don't even know this team.
Experience on this team. They've got a lot of LAN experience as well, so this is looking good for them, I'd say, to start off. Definitely Liquid, clearly the more mechanical team, as we expect.
And in terms of experience, it's literally the opposite. I mean, you got rookies on the other side internationally, but then, of course, everybody knows Torsauce, Amphis, Express. They've been here before, but that's why I favor Liquid. This is their second series. That first one, get the jitters out, come out in the second series and really pop off.
Yeah, so coming into this one, Team Liquid on top. This is what we saw yesterday. However, they looked really good. And speaking of looking really good, welcome over here, Turtle. We need a...
my mates.
We need a...
I'm with my mate.
Yes.
Bruv. Gov.
You've got just rate Turtle's English accent.
I've been doing this the entire time. I think everybody hates me right now because I just don't stop.
It's difficult though, because yours is actually...
pretty
solid.
It's getting good.
Thank you.
If it was always bad for like the last 2 years, then we might have a problem. But it's always been pretty good.
You were doing it before, like at any event. This is all he does. He walks around with
That's
English
right.
accent.
That's right, bro.
Now you're in
Game
London.
2 in it.
Make sure you do that to all the fans you meet. If you're coming by the copper box, you see Turtle, you better be doing an English accent for you.
He's just another one of the lads, isn't he? As we get ourselves into game number 2, and a Chronic just gives up on that play, knowing Express Projects are covered. But this is where Power needs to get out of, because Team Liquid will tend to win these challenges. They look to try and set up here. So that shot has nothing on it, but Torsauce might not be too happy about getting that one taken off him.
Just 20 seconds in, look at the dominance from Team Liquid. They've got pressure. Every single 50-50 seems to be going their way. And I love the way they are rotating out in the midfield. They're a bit passive, but Power are clearing it right to them.
They're saying upfield, that's a great little cut there from Atto. Oski didn't even read it, but he's still able to adapt and get onto the play. Atto double tap, just gonna sneak it in. With a lovely recovery. Think about laughter here from a Chronic, because that was certainly a chaotic play. Oski just ended up in the perfect position after underestimating what his own teammate Atto could do.
This is my one big worry here for Power, which is they cannot afford, either through choice or through lack of boost, getting stuck into situations where all 3 players are on the back line. Team Liquid are too mechanical to not be challenged in the air. Someone has to be there.
And that's something that Liquid did great yesterday. They were boost starving very effectively. If you can't find a way to get out, whether it's 50s, passes, or something, you know, anything but a soft clear is good. But once again, Liquid are just too quick in the back corner.
How do you even get this into the midfield without pinching it across? It requires
may have helped.
such a delicate touch. Look at that follow-up from Atto.
Phenomenal. And as well, even the little bump on the play before that, Express thought he was going to control the ball. Nah, you're not getting control, you're getting bumped into it. So they have a pull shot to cause some chaos. Liquid thriving in it.
There's a Chronic looking to try and add more pain to the misery. Oski believing in it. Just feels to me like the more you question what Team Liquid are doing here, the stronger they are as a team. The more they seem to believe in what they are capable of doing.
Yeah. It feels like Game 2 is where all the fans of Team Liquid are going to finally get confidence in this tournament.
They just want to get rid of the second game from yesterday.
Exactly.
All right, there we go.
Exactly.
I think after seeing Falcon's success, they're already going to feel great.
Yes.
But I think this, just like for Furia earlier on, this is a great round one game for Liquid because they're just so impressive mechanically and they're so fast and they're synergizing well right now. So, you know, if you've already got a mechanical advantage and you can nail the synergy, I mean, look at this from Oski. He's making Ampus look silly here, and Ampus is no slouch. 2-0 though, just like we saw in game 1. And Power get one back just like they did last game.
For Power, we know that they are capable, just as capable as Liquid, with getting rid of the ball. They can't get that ball over the halfway line. Look how confident they are. Atto just lawyers around, knows the ball is coming his way.
And look at his positioning. He's so far forward. He was going for a boost steal, got it, turned around, and there's a clear coming right at him.
You know, Power, they're trying to pass the ball down the line there. They're trying to get rid of it because they don't want to just give possession away with an unnecessary clear, but Liquid are all over them. They're intercepting brilliantly. When they're feeling confident and they position confidently, they really can just rely on their mechanics to do the job for them. It's not something you can say for all the teams at this tournament who need to be very careful with their positioning because they don't have those acrobatic mechanics, those cat-like movement to get into the midfield again. Liquid just crushing it right now. Power have to do something about this, 'cause like we keep on talking about, if they get stuck in this corner, they're not going to have a chance in the matchup.
They're doing good at getting it to the halfway line. It's just maintaining this bit, because the moment they get out of their own side of the field, that's the moment that the whole team's thinking, all right, finally we can boost, we can get ourselves back into position, and by then the play's already gone. They can't really create anything. But for Team Liquid, they've got so many advantages that we get goals like the one we just saw, Turtle, where you've just got players around because, hey, we've got that much field dominance.
Well, and you said that they can boost finally, but for how long is the question? Because they don't have too much once they get past the midfield line. It's just getting nabbed right from under them.
Look at this here. Finally, boost the side of the field. Nothing. Finally, Ampus gets something, but look at where he is. Oh, finally, he can actually make some use of this. Almost found the drop-down pass, but it was covered.
Power had a shot, I'm actually not sure if I can remember one. Watch the scoreboard come up with 5 or something. But, if they, they've definitely not had any clear-cut chances. They're having a real issue here. Getting anything realistic.
Chronic was able to go up for that challenge. Nobody was there to pressure him, and it's a free clear down the other side.
So when you're getting consistently beaten to the ball the way Power are, they don't want to position aggressively. They're just assuming at this point that they're going to get dusted on the way to the ball. So they're sitting back to goal. Surely, it's in. And it was another double commit, just like in the first game. A Liquid mistake, and it does result in a goal for Power.
Well, we usually say if you're going to double commit, you've got to win the ball, but in this condition, you've got to at least hit the ball, one of you.
I don't want to be that guy, though, but I
think can be that guy.
It's common whenever you got this much space to have a double commit. They're literally walking around with the ball. All this possession is theirs. There's so much space between them. They're probably super confident in this matchup alone and in game 2. So seeing a double commit doesn't really spook me for Team Liquid.
Has kind of just become part of the identity of this team, and almost as much of the identity as backboard double taps or flip resets, anything else. Now we go off the backboard yet again. Torsos is not going to be able to challenge that first time. Waits for it to come back down. He has got options down the field. Unfortunately, straight towards Chronic. Got another corner double commit there, as we saw earlier, but it doesn't mean anything because Power don't have anything to work with.
Liquid are just showing absolutely no respect to the Power counter-attack. It's gone straight in on a lot. How does this keep happening? I feel like Liquid have dominated all 10 minutes that we've seen so far, but a back corner pinch goes in off an Ampus fake. He's done well there to get close enough to the ball to convince the goalie he's hitting it, but we've got one goal game 25 seconds away from a potential tie.
You said no respect, but they respect Amphis enough to think that he had that one.
Yeah.
And now suddenly, 20 seconds left. Power right into this. Oski again, he has actually been the powerhouse on the backside of the field. Amphis does not have the boost to get over to that play. 10 seconds left. What can Power put together? The infield pass far too telegraphed. And Amphis can take back over. Still trying to move down the field. Torsos was the option. Oski again wins the challenge. He might be able to turn it into a goal. Where's that one going to bounce? Just doesn't quite reach the lip of the corner. And that is 2-0 Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's a very interesting series because Team Liquid they're clearly dominating, but a couple of careless mistakes at the end of both games made the scoreline interesting. And yeah, I gotta give credit as well to Amphis. You know, we saw double commits for the other 2 goals, double commits in defense from Liquid, resulting in power goals in their opening goals for both games. But Amphis did the right thing on that, or redirected send. You've got to either narrowly hit the ball or miss it. It's better to miss the ball than to hit it hard there, because if you get a big solid hit on it, you take the pace off the ball anyway. So you just got close enough to make Liquid think, oh yeah, he might have that. Yeah, Liquid double commits defense. Maybe they can afford to do that now in this matchup, but you can't afford to do that later on.
That save stat, look, I don't think I've seen that before. That's pain.
Yeah,
That's pain.
They didn't have one.
Pain for who? The team that got a lot of saves, or the team that conceded 2 goals without a save?
Listen, it felt more mental, okay, for Power. We're disrespecting them up here. I think that once they got confident, after seeing a double commit happen, they realized, okay, we're not up against giants. They do make mistakes. They do falter a bit on the defensive side, and we can punish this if we push forward. There's not too much boost to work with. That's the issue for me.
If you want another British phrase to add to yourself, Turtle, what we call this one is like when a team's so far ahead, we call no keeps. All right, no goalkeeper. You're not allowed it.
Wait, say it again.
You're too bad. You're too good. So you get no keeps. No goalkeeper.
No keeper.
No keeps, mate, bro.
That's what Liquid seems to be doing.
I got it. Add it to the library of British slang. I'm ready.
We're gonna need to keep building that one. So remember earlier on today, Gregan saying that he thinks all the English players are going to make it through to the top 8. Great pass actually. Hold that thought as Amphis able to finish off. Phenomenal counter-attack started by Torsos.
Wow. I gotta say, so much credit needs to go to Amphis here, because whilst this game has not been going Power's way, he's not resorted to just sitting back the entire time. He has been happy to go downfield and at least stretch Liquid's defense a little bit, give the option, because if Team Liquid just try and play for challenges their own side of the field, they're never getting out. They're never going to get a chance. But Amphis' just presence is giving them a shot.
And for me, it felt like the first minute of the last game, he didn't want to do that. He was a bit more passive, and now he's popping off after you're shouting him out.
2 goals for Amphis in 36 seconds. Again, it's Torsos with the assist though. Keeps control of the sidewall play, chips in middle, and Amphis is there for the finish once again. That link up is key. And now really for Power, the question is, do they keep pushing? Do they keep fighting for that midfield, or do they just try and park the bus the way they did in the other 2 games? Because Liquid do get goals when they do that, but 2 goals? Maybe not, maybe they can hold.
I mean, if you want to go full Hopium mode for Power, they've scored the last 4.
That's true.
Almost wasn't true for too much longer, but it is Torsos who has been really steadfast in the defense. They need more of that. They've got the lead. Here's Amphis. Continues to try and add to it. But Liquid, this is where the question marks really started to form yesterday, is how do they play when they're behind Turtle? Oh, it might be even worse. And a toe. Barely able to put that one above the crossbar.
His life flashed before his eyes, and now they're down the other side of the field, almost winning the 50-50. Oski trying to force this into a better position. And Power immediately returning the clear. I like how they're staying behind the ball more. I've noticed Torsos wants to creep in a little bit. He's more eager to get behind the ball. You even see him there almost going for a double commit. It might end up punishing him.
Look at this.
So free.
What is happening?
It's still on. It's still on. Oski and Torsos gets the save. There was 3 players. I thought it was safe because, hey, they got 3 players back. And then I realized that's all blue colored cards. And it still didn't end up going in.
There we are.
There it is. Okay. Well, they really should have got that one a while ago, because they were making the goal huge. So when you've got a teammate beside the net, you can pass the ball to him, or you can choose it, but the pass ended up being so far away.
And even that shouldn't have gone in. Did you see Amphis on the backboard?
Yeah,
he was just waiting. Should have gotten a touch.
Definitely, a bit of a freebie there for Liquid after throwing away a glorious opportunity. Power want to be more aggressive. They want to step forward and fight for this one. They've got to win this series if they're going to go straight, or if they're going to make Worlds wildcard. It's as simple as that. If they don't, then they're going to rely on Pioneers losing.
Who's got eyes on CJ? Where's he at?
CJ's celebrating.
We need
right
a CJ cam.
He's got to celebrate. Oh, he's celebrating now. That's more convincing from Liquid, more convincing from Atto.
All tied up now, and they managed to get the comeback. This is what they were looking for. After that first mistake, they figured out how to connect with each other on offense, and it looks a bit like the Amphis Express, or Amphis Torsos, excuse me, connection, but on the other side.
I like the Amphis Express.
The Amphis, that does sound nice.
Starts back down. Atto can't quite find the challenge. Amphis, though, still finding those very solid pinches against the wall. Torsos already up. Oski's just flying at everything. He is very much decided that ball chasing is the play style for this. Off the backboard, asking an awful lot from Express to try and turn that one in. Atto just given the impression he had zero boost or very low of it. He still made a play happen. But this is better from Power. Do not look like they have been deflated by that lead disappearing on them.
Yeah, you compare the first 2 games to this, and regardless of the fact that they've lost a 2-goal lead, you take 2-2 over, what was it, 1-2 or 1-3 or 2-3, whatever. They were losing in this position in both the previous games to this, so 2-2 is a step up on that. We just need to really stay focused here, trying to deny Liquid any clear-cut chances. You have to contest every ball because, like we keep mentioning, there are solo play threats coming from every angle with Liquid in the field. Liquid are really just throwing themselves at the ball here. They're trying to surprise Power
still going.
whenever they can, with extra touches, with cuts of rotation. This is not a standard play, but it slipped through. And if you look at the top right, you can see that there's absolutely no boost for Power to play with here. They're all just playing with such little amounts, and that was costly.
Yeah, Express, that was just painful for him. He knew he couldn't quite get there, gave it his all. And Team Liquid, making use of that boost advantage, did not overcomplicate it, just realized the advantage they had, thought that they would finally test it, and they finally managed to get the ball into the back of the net. Oski's also missed. Couldn't get the follow-up touch. But Power, a minute 25 to secure their world spot, or at least keep it alive. It is time for them to go all in for it, Turtle.
Meanwhile, Liquid, they've got all of Europe watching this series alone, hoping they take the win and can hold on for a minute and 8 seconds left. We've seen the best out of Power, but what else do they have to build on this offense? It was previously so much work from Amp.
I called it the Team Liquid with the crazy possession, shooting game, passing game. Team Liquid's crazy. They're built different. And I don't know. I want to say this. Whenever they go back to, like, the main area in real life, the camera quality is so bad compared to, like, the big one in Europe or LA. This Texas shit, the quality's bad. Then you need to up the quality, no cap. But other than that, this has been a 30-second slaughter. They've got 30 seconds to hold this slaughter. Like, look at the car. Like, I feel like they just changed the quality right now. What the fuck? Look at the car. Like, the exposure and shit is just not it. Everything's just not good here. This is a bad studio. But whatever. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, bang.
We've spoken too soon. Torsos bangs in a redirect. There's 5 seconds left. They've got to pull out a kickoff strat here from the training manual. What have they got in store?
And Torsos had a smile on his face after that one went in. They are feeling at least like they've got a shot at this one. Let's see what Power can pull out. It's a good start. They've at least got control of the ball.
It's in the air
now
too.
It's all about transitioning it to the other side. There's that challenge.